Do you need a coach? Right? Do you have a coach? Have you considered getting a coach, but you said, maybe it's not for me? Well, here's why I pose this question. Because many of us consider or we've heard of the game of life. No, I'm not talking about the board game. I'm talking about this one chance that we get to do this thing that you and I are doing right now. And so I ask, do you need a coach? Well, if the answer is no, I'm just going to say that maybe you should consider that the best athletes, the best performers, the highest achievers in the world today likely have coaches, and that is coaches, plural. Meaning they have people who are going to help them with different aspects of their life or the area in which they're looking to get help. For instance, in basketball, if we think of some of the top athletes ever, we talk about Michael and LeBron. We talk about Charles Barkley. Really? Yes. We talk about Kareem, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson. What do all of them have in common, except for Charles Barkley, of course? They're all champions, and each and every one of them had a coach. Many coaches, in fact. They had shooting coaches, defensive coaches, physical training coaches to help them reach their peak ability. And that was only to win a game or to get a trophy that maybe tarnished or was destroyed or maybe even was sold at some point in life. So why would we in this ultimate game not have coaches? Is it because we're arrogant? Is it because maybe we haven't been exposed to an environment that values coaching? Or maybe we just don't know that we need coaches at all. I mean, think about it. We are in a time where if you can get online, if you can watch a video or read a book, you often think that you know everything that you need to, or you can get the information. So Neil, why do I need a coach? Well, the value in the coach is multifold. Well, here's what I mean. First, a coach is someone who's going to see things from a different vantage point as you. Oftentimes, this coach is going to be someone who says, well, you go do your thing. Let me observe you from a distance. It goes back to the same saying, or to the old saying, that the closer you are to something, the harder it is to see. You know how we can't see the forest for the trees? If we get too close to a situation, maybe our emotions are involved. Well, a coach removes himself or herself from that, and they look at things objectively. They can see where you might make some emotional decisions or maybe some decisions based out of fear. A coach oftentimes, in addition to being able to look at things from an objective perspective, they can come and give you years of experience and some tested and tried techniques that maybe they've picked up from other players. And here's where I want to pause for a moment. Many of us are probably thinking, well, I'm not trying to be a world-class athlete. Neil, why do I need a coach? Because everything you're doing today in this life on a day-to-day basis is far more important than anything that's going to happen in a gym or on a field or in a stadium, because real lives and eternities and generations and futures and livelihoods are at stake in this game of life. So get yourself a coach. And when I say a coach, it could be in a number of areas. So I want to share with you some of the coaches that I have in my life to this very day. I have a real estate coach for my real estate side of the business. I have coaches for my speaking and for my teaching. I have spiritual coaches. I have coaches when it comes to my mental health. And see, this is where I don't rely on one person to be my everything. I specifically target who can I get to see things, to help me, guide me, to lead me in different areas, these different circles of life. I have relational coaches. And here's why all of these are important. In all of these circles or areas of our lives, we're usually just a member on a team. So our family is a team. Have you ever seen a team that's player led? Right, where you're in the midst of the game and all of the players want to give input and there's not one central figure. Well, we see it usually on teams that might have all-star players, but they don't have that one unifying voice of a coach. And what happens? We see great talent that never reach their potential because of that one steering voice, that one steering figurehead of coach. Right? So maybe your familial team needs a coach that can say, hey, here's what's happening as a familial unit. What are your goals? What are we working towards? Okay, I need you to play your part. This is your role. Here's your role. Here's your role. Let's do those. Are we coming together as a team? We see the same thing in jobs, in the workplaces, where we have all of these all-star players, but the team never really comes together. And it's usually not at the fault of lack of talent, ability, or desire. Usually it is lack of vision and purpose. And who usually carries that vision and purpose? You guessed it. It is the coach. So I'm going to encourage you to just look at different areas of your life today and say, do I need a coach? Are you coachable? That's another topic for another video. What areas of your life have you, if you look back where you say, I had a coach at this point. This is when I was at my best. When they would tell me about the false steps that I'm making. When they would give me little pointers that will move the arrow a huge deal, right? That's the value of a coach. So for all of my coaches who are watching this, I want to tell you on behalf of all of us players, thank you. And for the coaches that are coaching me in my life, I am appreciative to you, and so are all of the viewers, because without you, I wouldn't be where I am doing what I do and impacting the lives that I'm impacting. So I am eternally grateful. And I want to say thank you for continuing to watch these videos. Thank you for hanging out with me as we go on this journey. I'm here right alongside you. If you want to know who some of my coaches are, don't hesitate to ask that question in the chat. I don't want to tell you what you guys don't want to hear, so I need to know what it is that you're interested in. Be sure to leave those comments below. Let me know what's on your mind, what's in your head, what's in your heart. Remember that I love you, God loves you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe to the channel. And remember, until the next time I see you or you see me, don't be average, be world renowned. Peace.